Hello and welcome to Diva Days of Our Lives. This is Carrie. Please follow us on Twitter at Diva of DOOL, Instagram Diva_of_DOOL, Facebook is Diva Days of Our Lives, YouTube is Diva of DOOL 541. We are live Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Facebook. And also you could join us here on Riverside, and we welcome people calling in and contributing. Yes, and please like, subscribe, and share and follow us. We appreciate it. So, days ago, we interviewed Thaao Penghlis, and I wanted Marianne to chime in on what you thought of the interview with Thaao.
I thought I thought it went well. This was the first time we used this format where we actually got to see the callers and actually got to see him before it was just on the phone. So kind of like that, and it worked. Except we had Teo had a little bit of technical problem, which was kind of fun. We always have technical problems once in a while with him, or I have to call him, but he was in the process of getting on, but his computer was making him do different things. But we finally got him on, so it went really well. I mean, he said that he enjoyed it, that he likes seeing the people. And he said he would do another one with Leanne, maybe in a couple of months. He'll try to get her to come on board in a couple of months. So, and I think he still has a couple more shows yet to do that he hasn't been on yet. I think there's a couple more. Yeah, he likes stirring up people. He likes teasing with Stacy. I have to tell Stacy. She gets a kick out of it. And so,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
cute. It was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, and with me too, he does, but what did you guys think? I thought he was on, and I did hear some stories that I didn't hear before. I didn't really, because a lot of times you hear the same stories, and he'll always he said, I get asked a lot of the same questions, or I've told a lot of the same stories over the years. He
Mm-hmm.
says sometimes I try to tell them a little bit differently. They sound a little bit different. But he does have, he had the podcast, The Great Escape. Well, now he wants to do a screenplay and try to submit that to some agents or people to do a screenplay, to do a movie. And he had also written, which I had read it, which is really good, was you know how they did the Beyond Salem's? So he had written, when that was still on, he had written something for days,
Oh,
like with
wow.
all the different characters. It was really good. But he said he gave it to somebody that's not, I think it was Al Lear or whatever. Of course, he's not there anymore. But he said even at the time he submitted it, he
It's
didn't really hear
Al
anything.
Rabin, not Alar. It was
Laura, okay.
from year
And
back in the day.
yeah, so
Rabin or
I guess he's going to revise it and try to make that into a screenplay, but not using like people from Days, like making other characters, but maybe basically around the same story. What else? Oh, he said, because I think I had asked him if he could write a story for, Tony, then he said he would like Tony to be a spy. I remember he said that. Because they don't really sometimes give Tony too much to do other than arguing with Anna.
well, arguing with
Sorry, Anna.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, or going on a cruise or whatever. And they could just why he doesn't make him CEO? He had Theo, then Johnny. Theo dropped out, then Johnny, and now he wants Gabby. So I don't know where that's going to go with Gabby. That's part of the storylines that were going on. So, but yeah, what did you guys think? I know you guys all ask questions.
I loved it.
Me
I thought he
too.
was great spirits and
Yeah, he was in.
thought he was
Yeah,
really eh,
he
you know,
was in Tony mode instead of Andre mode.
Funny.
Because I've already told him, it's just like in these interviews, it's like he's like Forrest Gump, like he's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And it's true.
but usually yummy nonetheless.
Like,
Yeah.
One way
yeah,
or another. But
but
I
yeah.
I really I saved my question for last because I wasn't sure, how many people
Hmm.
would call in and everything, and I really appreciated what he said about the various people he's learned from and people that were older than he was that he learned from. Because I wanted to, a lot of people ask him questions about his career,
Hmm.
acting advice, with Milton and things like that, that kind of thing, or his coaching, his mentors in acting. And I
Mhm.
just kind of wanted to know if there were other people, other influences that had, some sort of profound impact on things other than that sphere of, his life. So, I thought it was a very thoughtful response, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did.
Mhm. And did you see we got some new callers and some new people in the chat room too, right? Different
Yeah,
people?
there was a lot of people chatting. That was great.
Yeah, because they kind of went on Facebook, right, and were able to listen.
Oh yeah, wasn't somebody he's related to watching in Australia on
Yes,
Facebook?
what somebody were in yes, because she's on Facebook, and his sister-in-law, Helen, is married to his brother George, is on Facebook too, and she must have called her and said, "Your brother-in-law is on is on this interview that I'm watching."
I
So
thought they might
that's
have been
why
saying, "Hey, he
and that was
just
his
said his
brother
brother was
calling.
boring and didn't know how to tell stories from his travels."
Yeah, and he talks about his brother, and, and he did say, "But when he goes home, they make you feel like they humble," and I remember when he got nominated, his brother was doing a crossword puzzle or something, and he got the notice that he was nominated again for an Emmy. His brother said, "Yeah, well, okay, well," it's like no big deal, you know, because he's just his brother when he, goes home or visits. So,
I want to thank you, ladies, too, for doing so much work on the
Yeah.
outreach and stuff
mhm,
with this new platform and everything. I know that there was a learning curve, and just for all of us, but especially for people who didn't even have a you know Riverside account yet and stuff. So
yeah. I think
yeah,
that's what confuses people. The Riverside, I mean, we just gotta get the word out there. All they need to do is just put in Riverside, search your app store, put in Riverside, download the app, and just go and put your name in as an account, and then just follow the link that we provide, and it works.
yeah.
Or
Right.
at least watch us. At least they're watching.
Yeah.
They're watching on Facebook, and they can go and watch again on YouTube and I guess Spotify, right?
Yes, the interview is everywhere. So yeah.
Okay.
You want to watch the video, you have to watch it on YouTube.
hmm hmm Yeah.
Awesome.
And I thought we had a lot of good questions. I
Hmm.
mean, so
Yeah, I wanted to look
some
up that
different ones.
when Andrea asked him about. I think it was Andrea who asked him about books, series, and stuff that he's read that he likes, and
hmm
he
Yes.
recommended one. I hurried and looked it up on the
Dan
Order was the
Silva.
name of one of the books, Daniel Silva or something like that.
Daniel Silva. Yeah, he's
So I
written up
looked that up. I haven't bought the book yet. I think I
The
might get it
Order.
on audiobook
That's a good
instead.
one. It's
But
called The
anyway,
Order.
I just thought that things like
hmm
that were fun too, because the way he described it, I thought that sounds really interesting.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a big book reader. And he goes to the movies a lot too. He still goes to the shows, like the movies.
I hate going to the theater. People are
Yeah.
so assholes. They're on their
But he
phone.
streams a lot too, you
Yeah,
know.
I stream a lot. I can't deal with kids there and people on the phone
Yeah.
are just being loud and obnoxious, and
Yeah.
people don't know how to work. It's basically since like after COVID, people just don't know how to act in public, and
No.
it pisses me off. It's
Mm.
like you're spending all this money to watch a movie, and you got someone there who's just sitting there
They don't
scrolling.
know how to act at ball games either, so
They
I know
need
football games
because half
especially.
those last night, a lot of those people were just there for the drone show,
uh,
you know. Like that's why it was so crowded. But yeah. But then you have your baseball people though that are there. But
Well, they still
Pirates
saw.
are doing a little better this year. They're 3 games over 500, so
Right.
Yay!
so far.
How are the Mets doing,
Oh,
Jen?
And I saw
Sorry,
they're like at
probably
the
as well as the
bottom.
Royals.
they're on the
Yeah.
bottom. They have won a couple games, but they're on the bottom of the pack right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Jen, that was your first time. What did you think about doing the interview?
I thought it was great.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, other than him being a little late, it went remarkably well. I was very happy because I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if all these people show up and I got to juggle everybody? But it turned out
Could
really
you have gotten everybody? Yeah, I know you were muting them, which was good. But
Yeah.
could you have gotten all, like, say, all those people in the chat room would have come on? Could you have got them all on this screen that we could see all of them?
As far as I
Or
know, there's no restrictions. So
so just be little pictures then. Everything would just
Well,
keep getting
it seemed
smaller.
like whenever somebody was talking, their picture on my phone anyway would move up and be bigger. So at least the person that he'd be talking to, he could see better if he can't see everybody else, very well, So
Right.
yeah, I noticed that, at least from the phone.
yeah, that's the thing. If we get a significant amount of people on, I might have to just not bring them on. But I feel bad because they're not going to be able to hear anything until I bring them
Well,
on. That's
Yeah,
something
that's
I'm
well,
concerned.
I mean, it's not terrible if you can't see everybody initially. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I think it's maybe more important for them to be able to hear while they're waiting, though, than
Yeah.
to not be
yeah,
brought in at
that's what
all.
yeah. Now
But
they couldn't they couldn't do that and watch. I guess they couldn't listen on Facebook Live and then be on the
Yeah, they could.
yeah, but then you're like, that's another platform, and then well, I mean, it's fine
yeah.
if that's what you want to
I
do.
was just trying to think of different
Now,
ways.
now I have a question. If they were on Facebook Live, can they call in from there, or they can only call in from Riverside?
They can only contact
Okay.
us from
That's what I
Riverside.
thought. Yeah.
Riverside, right.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. But
Yeah.
yeah, you did a great job of managing all
Yeah.
that too,
Yeah.
Carrie. I mean, it's always, it never failed, even with Blog Talk for as many years as we did it. There'd still be glitches now and
Yep.
then.
Yeah,
And
and people were it
Drop.
happens.
Yeah, it
but
happened.
everybody was pretty, I mean, you handled it really well on the back end there with the callers and everything.
Mhm.
So it was really, really nice. Yeah, nice experience.
And even the soap people, they were pretty understanding. Just went along with I think we kept dropping Leanne or Leanne kept dropping and she kept calling back.
Well, on Blog
Yeah.
Talk, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny. Yeah. Not funny,
Mhm.
but not funny in the moment, but yeah. But it happens. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so good job, guys.
All right, so let's talk about this week. One conversation I found pretty interesting. Philip dresses Marine uniform for Memorial Day on Monday, and he was talking to Amy, and Amy was asking him how he survived in the river. She's trying to figure out a way that Sophia survived, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I faked my death and left my prosthetic leg there."
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
waiting for a light bulb to pop up in her head, but I don't think one did. That, maybe Sophia wasn't in the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
So, yeah, I kind of forgot that she probably is in the river. We don't know though because they never found the body. But yeah, Jada told her they are giving up and they weren't going to try to find her body.
Well, I thought if I could just share, I loved seeing Philip in his Marine uniform. Oh, that was really cool. And I was really glad that they actually did a proper celebration for a recognition
Yep.
for Memorial Day.
Mhm.
Glad that they didn't just act like it was a holiday or, I mean, didn't even acknowledge it or whatever. I'm glad that they did. And they had a message at the end,
Mhm.
stating gratitude
Yeah.
for those who died on behalf of our country. And I thought that was really touching. And honestly, the whole week was really, if you think about it, there was a very strong mental health theme throughout the whole week. And I hope maybe that reached some folks that, especially some of our veterans who are thinking about their buddies that didn't make it and stuff. This is a real time for them, extra hard time for them. And, they want to honor their friends, but also it's depressing, at times. So
Mhm.
I thought they did it. I thought the whole week, honestly, not every single scene, but I thought the whole week's theme was the way they threaded it in throughout the week. I thought that was really
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was nice. And yeah, the pub was decorated and they had a table there and set up. And yeah, yeah, I don't remember them ever really doing anything for Memorial Day before.
yeah, yeah. I think, and since now, and maybe in the past, the last few years they've been on Peacock, but before that, they probably weren't airing on Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
So this was an actual on Memorial Day airing, and so I think it was cool that they, actually acknowledged that, and then the weaving of the mental health issues throughout the week, not just with veterans, but just, in general, various people.
What's that?
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's cool. Don't worry.
Okay. I bet you it's a cat. Bet you it involves a cat.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, my little
So
grandson's starting to say that cat because they have 2 cats.
cute.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I thought it was and I had forgotten when she was talking about Amy Choi and Philip's conversation. I almost, she found out from the internet that he had drowned supposedly and then came alive.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten that he threw his leg in.
Yep.
And
Yeah, because
I'd
that's when he
forgotten
framed
that.
Brady.
And that he was honest with her about it,
Yeah.
Now I can't tell you how I did it because I really didn't do it, So there were some lies going on this week, but there were also a lot of truths and a lot of honest talk and a lot of real talk,
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
various
yeah.
characters. I mean,
Yeah.
thank God they have allowed Jennifer to be somewhat redeemed from the annoying hatch.
Yes.
They
Yes,
did a
but
great
she
job.
still doesn't want Kat and Chad to be together.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew there was gonna be a but there.
Yeah.
That's
Boy,
what
I'll tell
Kat
you
goes,
what,
but.
and I really love Billy, I really do. But I'll
Uh-huh.
tell you, I don't even know the name of the actor who is playing Chad now, but he's
Yeah.
done a great job so far. I
He's
mean, he
really
really
good.
kind of he really just kind of stepped right in, and it sounds like Billy's happy at Y&R, and this gentleman
He
stepped right in, and he's
Yeah, to the shoe.
You know what? I don't know his name either. These new characters, I have
I
to
feel
learn
bad,
their
but
new name. They all come and go.
Carrie,
Yeah.
we can kind of hear you.
Yeah, I'm changing locations.
Okay, I
Okay.
just want to make sure you knew your mic was on.
Yeah, I had to get off.
Yeah, we just can't see you or Jen.
Can't see me?
No.
Yeah, it's just me. You can't see probably me and Carrie.
No, I can't see Jen.
Huh?
I can't see Carrie. I can
But
see me.
Carrie's is blacked out. Right?
Disconnected right now.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just trying to kind of stall till you get back, Carrie. But I
Yeah.
just thought, I thought,
I
they
liked
hit with
Bill's talk.
several mental health. Let's see,
Mhm.
with the military, and then Jennifer, the grief, of losing a child,
Yeah.
with
Uh-huh.
Sophia, and I'm trying to think, and
Marlena and Julie.
what's that?
Marlena and Julie.
Yes, yes. Gosh, I
Mhm.
can't believe it's been a year since they said goodbye to John Black. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Jennifer and Jack, when Jack told him, like, she was
Yeah.
understanding about wanting to have a relationship with Gwen.
Right.
And then she
And
told
it's
him why. Like, that just every time she sees a daughter and mother together, she
yes.
doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's, kind of a little envious, I think, a little bit because Jack has
Yeah.
that, but
And she
she's
said that. Yeah.
understanding more.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Well,
told him.
and she also told, was it Kat or who is it that she told that they've been in therapy
Yes.
working through
Kat, I think she
things?
said.
So
Yeah.
she went, who else was she she was on the apology tour. She was apologizing and trying to make
Chad.
things right. Chad
Chad.
and
Yeah.
Kat. And I think the whole thing with Kat, and she's like, I want you to move on, Chad. I want you to have
But
another
not with
love in
Kat.
your life. That's just the one part that I think I will have a hard time dealing with
Yes.
if
And
you
I
were with
get
Kat.
that. I could get
It's
that.
understandable, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because of the pain attached with what
Mhm.
she had done. Even though, but I loved how when she found Kat and she called a truce, told her that had been in therapy, they were processing their grief, trying to work through a lot of things, and that what, she really owned it. I thought it was a
Yep.
really well written
Mhm.
and well acted scenes, and you could tell, and like Kat got teary eyed, and you could tell she was like, "What?" Like she was so touched. And she says, "You know what? And none of it. There was never a time where you denied fault, even though you had your reasons." She goes, "I've had some reasons in my life for doing some things, and yet it still hurt people." And so she's like, "Even though you had a reason for doing what you were doing, and it, you never tried to deflect responsibility for the impact of that, of your what you did." And she's like, "You've always been nothing but basically gracious about it."
Yes, Jen's back. I can see her. Okay.
Yeah. What's that? I can't
I
see her.
couldn't see Jen before, but she's
Well, no, I
back.
can see Jen. Yeah, I thought you were saying Carrie. So I just really thought that was really well written, and I personally was relieved. What did you guys feel? I was relieved.
Yeah, I think it's good, except the one thing that Kat and Chad really want,
Yeah,
she still doesn't want to give them.
it's
So
probably going to happen
it
anyway.
doesn't ring true. That, I mean, it's just, you haven't really totally first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
kept thinking, did they get new writers for Jennifer? Oh my God, I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's back to the way she used to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and
So.
I like the way they explained. I mean,
We did get new
obviously,
writer.
we know a lot of the whole buildup to Chad going on that road trip, and all was because Billy was leaving, and they had all that, and so maybe a lot of this storyline was constructed around to lead up to that. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was a flip flop back to her old character, but I just thought the way they wrote it, it hit on without being specific about things. We all know some of the things, but she talked about the mistakes that she had made in her life and the people she had hurt. Even when she was trying to do the right thing, sometimes she hurt somebody, and that she understood, and that she hoped that they could have a truce, and that she hopes that she can forgive her, and all. And it was just really, and it's like I got, honestly, those were the scenes I got the most teary-eyed over, because seeing Kat actually tearing up as she watched this woman who hates her guts, and has made her life a living hell for the last few years, that she was asking for forgiveness and all.
Hey.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yes.
we were just talking about the mental health theme throughout the week, and how well done, at least I thought it was, and the nice turnaround with amazing what a little therapy will do, because Jennifer especially was, so that's kind of where we were.
Did everybody like the scenes with Belle and Amy?
Yes.
When Belle told her like
at
it
the
was?
end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I am so relieved, because I was going to be so freaking
I sure
annoyed.
hope but do you think Amy is still going to try
She's probably still going to try
to sue or something? And like maybe Belle and the prosecution don't want to bring the charges, but will she try to do something
or
else?
maybe there'll
I
be
don't
an
know.
assistant DA that wants to do. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I was just wondering, but she really explained everything why.
Oh my gosh, I was so
told-
glad. And there were things that we didn't know that Amy didn't know. Like, duh. Like, I didn't even think about it, but she had no idea that Sophia was the one that started that chain.
And I'm
tied
glad
it
that
back
the IT people did what I said. They have to, they can follow that.
Yeah.
So they did do that.
I was just, that was so good at the end there, because it was like she was compassionate with her. She was like, "I'm so sorry for your loss," and everything. But she said, first of all, our forensic IT team thoroughly looked through this, and it was shown that Sophia is the one that actually started that chain, that thread. And she's like, "Why would she do that?" I don't know. She goes, "Who knows? Maybe she was thinking some people would stand up for her, take her side, or say something nice about her, and that's not the way it went." She's like, "I
think
don't
even
know."
Belle told her no. I think it was the other thing she wanted to see, more or less, to get Holly. And if Holly said something, then she could,
Well, we know that.
Plus, she told her there was other people that also said the same kind of thing. So why aren't you upset with those people?
Right. Like she said, it's kind of hard to go after Holly Jonas when there were a whole bunch of people on there that were also
You'd have to
saying
go over
things.
them.
And honestly, maybe the one thing she didn't say that I would have loved to have for saying, love to hear Belle say is, and to be honest with you, Amy, not to be cruel or anything, but they weren't lying. The things that they were saying really happened.
were
They were
happened.
factual. So if
Yeah.
somebody was actually saying, "Hey, should I be should I keep away from this person to be safe, or is she cool? She okay?" If people lied and said, "Oh yeah, she's fine," that would have
Mm-hmm.
been dishonest. And the things that they said, while they may not have been kind about it, there was everything they pretty much said was true.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd just be like almost like if you're like, "Hey, this guy asked me out," and then like five people know that he's a rapist or whatever. They're not going to just sit there and say, "Oh no, he's a really nice guy." So I always felt like what they said was not really bullying. It was really like, we're letting you know that this girl ain't right. She ain't right now. So-
Yeah.
but I also did like how they at the memorial or at the thing at the pub, how they brought up, and there were some references of at the service itself, that they did bring back some of her good qualities and the memories that people had of her when she was little or when she was younger, and
Mm-hmm.
how and also I think her dad's hot. I mean, like, where have you been?
Mhm.
Like, why have you been keeping Mr. Choi away?
And Mr.
He's
Choi's more level-headed and,
Yeah,
but
very, yeah.
yeah.
So I thought that was really nice to see him finally. And oh yeah. Anyway, so yeah. And then Aaron,
Oh,
his response,
I
oh
love
my
Aaron.
gosh.
Aaron, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he was telling I know I'll shut up now, but I just wanted to say one more thing on Aaron. I just was like, when he was crying and he had to run out and he was telling Ari that he was like, I'm sitting there looking at her little baby brothers. They're trying to keep it together and trying to be strong. And he goes, no, when he
Yeah.
was telling Kat, I'm so glad that I have you. He said, I was thinking about how here they lost their big sister. And he goes, at one point, I thought I lost my big sister. And I'm so grateful. But he said, it broke my heart looking at these little boys thinking they lost their big sister. I thought that was really good too. I just thought the writing was exceptional this week.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Aaron told her if he would have known that he was the father, he would have stepped up. And of course, Sophia didn't know at first either. And then when she did, she still didn't tell him. But
And of course,
yeah,
she was hoping it was Tate. So that's
Yeah.
usually
she was
pin
hoping
the
it was
tail on
Tate.
the
Yeah.
daddy. She played pin the tail on the daddy when she should have been honest and said, either one of you could be the father.
Yep.
But it was wishful
Yeah.
thinking on her part, maybe.
Yeah. Nobody knew that she had been with Aaron. Right. I don't know. I like Aaron and Ariana or
Yeah.
Ari.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might have
As
something.
friends. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that
think they should have Mrs. Choi go after Kristen.
If
Oh,
she
now
finds out.
Jada's on that trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Kristen's going to be found out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she
I
went
wish
out
they would
flying
find
off.
since she would meet her on the bench in different places in public, but kind of private. I wish they'd catch some camera angles with the two of them
Yeah. I'm
together.
curious to see how they find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary, I'm sure you have something to say about Sarah and Xander. That
Uh, Sarah's gotten back. Have you noticed she's gotten back into her whiny? Like this whole thing with Brady and because I was like that. I don't know. So what was with Xander this week? I can't think.
he was moving into the mansion.
Oh, he moved into the mansion, and she didn't really want him to. Something about not seeing the staying out of the way. But that's his place, so he should be able to stay there.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. That is literally his house.
He should throw her out.
Yeah. Of course, he'd be throwing his daughter out too.
Right.
Plus, he wants to bump into her, maybe
Yep.
shirtless, perhaps having just had a nice
Yeah.
swim.
I got now I remember that. She was worried about, he said, bump into you. Are you afraid we're going to fight? Or are you afraid of something else?
Yeah.
Like, yes, that she's gonna want to be with him. And yeah, that's really what it was about. So he kind of said that to her. So, but I just don't like how she's with Brady and it. Giggly. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like her with Brady. I don't know. Poor Brady, though. He needs somebody, but I don't know who would be good.
He needs somebody sane.
Because yeah. I mean, I like Brady, but it just seems like nobody works out with him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or they could have had Emily O'Brien playing Teresa again, because I did like him with Teresa.
Teresa, yes. I think we've all said
How
that
about
that's probably
Brady and Gwen?
Brady and Gwen, yeah, maybe.
I can't see him interested in her, but yeah.
Yeah. Gwen and what's about Xander? Gwen and EJ, maybe.
Yeah.
But EJ wants Kat. I think Kat wants EJ too. I don't know. Or she still wants Chad.
She's still on Chad. Chad's still number one.
And Chad wants her.
So how do you think she's going to get found out as being an ISA? What do you think's going to happen? Leo knows, and he's been quiet.
Leo. Oh, yeah, Chad was kind of interrogating. What do you know? Yeah, Leo kind of thinks that she is, but he has no proof, right?
Yeah.
I have to say, I was grossed out, though. I mean, we had Xander slept with Teresa. Oh God, I have Teresa on the brain now. Gwen and Kristen on the same day.
Yeah.
And then
twice.
Yeah, and then he goes to Marlena, and he said, "But I really want to be with Sarah." It's like, well, you're banging two other girls, though, too.
While he's thinking of Sarah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gross. I'm sorry. Like,
Marlena held back. She didn't go, ooh, but she probably wanted to. You know what was funny though?
Marlena.
You know how she's like, I think didn't she a while ago say no more secrets, no more lying or something like that? So when she said, "Well, how'd you hurt your arm?" and he's like,
"Well,
aggressive
sex."
He told her
aggressive sex with Kristen.
TMI.
I thought he was gonna say a gym injury, and it was like he's telling everybody else. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
he wanted to.
But Marlena has to listen to Leo and Xander.
Yeah, I think.
And who else?
He wanted to stalk her a little bit. I think that's why he said it. That's something I would do. Just to say something shocking, just to get a reaction of somebody yeah.
Yeah.
And also for someone who's retired or who's trying to cut back her hours, she had how many patients in one day?
What did John and Marlena do? Strawberries and whipped cream. That was about about it, right?
Yeah.
For those two.
Yeah, so that really annoyed me, and I've had issues with Marlena's boundary issues. Leo just walked right in while Xander was there.
Yeah.
I wasn't, get the F out of here. I mean, that is so freaking rude.
Yeah.
It's the whole privacy thing.
And instead she said, we were over a little bit anyway. That still doesn't excuse you. And Xander was like, wasn't Xander like, yeah, there's no need to knock when you're going to walk right in.
Yeah, that's true.
That's Marlena's
that was a good lie.
favorite. She loves Leo.
Yeah.
But Carrie's right. She should have boundaries with everyone.
Right.
Especially her patients.
He can't just, I mean, if the door is shut, that means you're not supposed to walk in. I mean, period.
And usually, doesn't she have a receptionist? It usually says
you can go in.
Somebody's with her. I guess she doesn't. Because they cut back at the hospital. She doesn't have an assistant. Right? Kat's not there.
Kat moved to EJ's office, and then I don't know if they ever got anybody.
Because Marlena was retiring, right? But then she came back.
Yeah.
She was quitting, and then she came back.
Well, she took a leave of absence.
No, okay.
Like Leo would be gate kept anyway, right?
I don't know what he was so concerned about. What was it about the new Javi? Doesn't even want to be friends with him anymore, and he's upset.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That happens with a lot of relationships. I'm sorry, that's not that unusual. So, and we all know.
And she called him on his stalking.
Yeah.
Well, he was.
Yeah, he said, well, I might have driven by his house several hundred times or whatever. So you mean you've been stalking him?
Yeah. What do we think of Gus? Gustavo.
I wasn't impressed with him.
He's a nice looking guy.
Cute. He's a good looking guy. But I
still
was
like
hoping he
Javi
wasn't real. I was hoping he wasn't real.
I didn't think he was real either.
Yeah.
Yep, he's real and he's sticking around, I guess. So
I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Leo sat there, was actually, excuse me,
Hey,
watching
don't do
them at
that.
the square. He was stalking again after he left Marlena's. And so, yeah.
Mm.
So, and I'm sorry, I'm tired and I'm off my game today. Yeah.
That's okay.
But I'm thinking I was going to go, but I probably can't, huh? Because then it messes up the thing.
Oh, no, you can hang up if yeah, you can exit. That's no problem. Just hit, yeah, you can hit, leave.
See, I don't even know where
But
that's
just
at.
wait until it's uploaded, right?
No, she can. I think she'll be all right.
Yeah, because I'm like, probably could see me on it. If I hit the little X up here,
Yeah, I think, yeah.
but will you be able to upload?
Yeah. If not, I'll just send you an email if I need you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So good night. I'm
Good night.
out of it.
Good night, Mary.
Yeah.
Good
All
night.
right.
Glad you could come for a little bit.
Oh, I can just hit leave studio now.
Yeah, hit leave studio. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So, anybody want to talk about Johnny and Chanel? And they got their news this week.
Uh,
That was rough. Yes,
Jen, you want to?
It's like no one got good news this week.
not really. Yeah, she was diagnosed with an aggressive breast cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I thought,
And they're trying to keep it from Paulina for now
Yeah.
because
yeah, because Paulina's got her hands full because her marriage is pretty much over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty rough. But it seemed like the next day they kind of handled it while they were snuggling on the couch. And
yeah.
yeah, so they're I saw next week the spoilers. Oh, I know. Chanel said something to Johnny like don't tell me. One thing I don't want to hear from you, you say my life is more important or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and she's in our third trimester now, which
Yeah.
that kind of sped up a little bit. I don't think she was that far.
And the baby's kicking more, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, that was fun. You know. Yeah, I loved their scenes too. I thought they were very well written. And I thought, you know, when she was up all night researching, he's like, well, don't doom scroll because, you know, on the internet, there's all this stuff on there that's not true or that can really freak you out. And she's like, well, I feel like one of us needs to be a realist right now.
Yeah.
And I wanted, since we're meeting with the oncologist, I just wanted to have my questions ready and, you know, all that. And kind of, but it was done in a loving way. She was trying to, I think, tell him without like being ugly about it that, you know, he can't pretend like this isn't happening, you know, like she needs him to be there. And he must have said half a dozen times, I was like, the writers need to come up with something else. But he's like, I'll be with you every step of the way or something about 4 times.
Yeah.
But but I just loved how loving they were. And I get pissed off every time I love them again, which I do every time they're on pretty much, except for if maybe they're being annoying or something, one or the other of them. But I just love that couple, and I get pissed off every time I think that they're writing them off at some
Right.
point. So
Yeah.
anyway, but I thought that was really touching. And, you know, she said, I remember early on when you said that my life was more important. She goes, I don't want to hear that again. I can understand why you feel that way, but just, you know, that's not the way I look at it. And we'll figure this out, but that's not the way. So I just love that they are communicating, you know, they're writing them to communicate real life in a way that's, you know, she said like a year ago, I was just worried that Sweet Bits was going to get shut down,
Yep.
you know,
A big
and a
boy
lot
got
has
it.
happened since then, you know. So anyway, I don't know, I was just in love with the dialogue all week. I just thought it was excellent. And if I had a criticism in terms of the mental health angle, I was kind of shocked that Roman was so forgiving. This woman's daughter almost killed his grandson, you know? But yet he hosted the memorial there for them. And, you know, I mean, so I love how the community is being kind. It's not like her parents did this, you know?
Yeah.
And the girl had been a part of the community, whether we knew her or not. You know, she'd been a part of the community for a long time in her childhood on up and stuff. So I was, at first I was a little bit like, well, wait a minute. Roman, maybe you should be a little bit pissed off that your grandson was almost murdered, but
Right.
anyway, but it was okay. Anyway, so it's just, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only thing that the little mental health thing I did have an issue with is I didn't like Sarah kind of pushing pills onto Holly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, considering she just had a bad reaction to something,
Right.
I think she should have had a little bit more compassion for it. Like, oh, okay, maybe
Right. Well, and that at least she was smart enough to say, "I'm not a psychiatrist. You need to see somebody." And so, and of course, she didn't say go to Marlena because I mean, Marlena, because that's obvious that that's an uncomfortable
Conflict.
situation.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, since when has it ever stopped, Marlena? But still. But I was glad because they really showed the mental health on various people and the ripple effect of everything on, like, even with Jennifer grieving her daughter, and then Mrs. Choi grieving hers, and just that whole, I don't know, all of that. I mean, I just thought there were some beautiful themes there and real life themes. But one of the parts, I'm glad you brought that up. One of the parts that bothered me about that scene with Sarah and Holly, I'm glad that she did go and seek help. That was a positive. And she's got a referral now to go to this psychiatrist. But yeah, the pushing the pills, but also the one line that stuck out to me that was not accurate. She was trying to say, this is different than when Sophia was giving you her antipsychotic medicine, and it was not something that you needed, and it was not being, dosed. Even if you
Like,
had that condition, it was not being dosed for your needs, but it wasn't even something that you needed, so it was actually contraindicated for who you are and what you're doing. So it was dangerous, but this is not that. This would be under a doctor's supervision. And so, but the part she said that I didn't agree with was where she said she'll get the right the right medication and the right dosage and all that. Yes, the doctor will oversee that process. But anybody who's had to take antidepressants or ADHD medicine or anything else knows that it is trial and error,
yeah.
big time. So that was the one line, but I think she was more addressing her concern about taking something after having been poisoned by Sophia, basically trying to show that distinction and to get it clear in her mind that there was a distinction between those two things. But I do think that was passed off. I do think it was too, maybe, yeah, I agree with your criticism of that part, though, as far as just the making that the panacea in a way, or maybe not the panacea, but oh, we'll get you hooked up with some good drugs and everything will be fine kind of thing.
Yeah, like
That kind
maybe if she just talks to someone, maybe even just one time, she might be okay.
of yeah,
You
or
know,
therapist.
yeah, just like, oh, hey, we'll hook you up with, she'll, hook, they'll hook you up with. I this is Dr. Fuller. We'll hook you up
Yeah.
with some, meds, and it's like, whoa, 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 so,
Yeah. Right. I was just poisoned for months by somebody with antipsychotic medicine.
yep,
That was yeah.
yeah, she should,
So,
yeah, she should understand that, why she'd be reluctant.
and
Yeah,
in reality, it seems like what seems like it happens in our real world is psychiatrists deal with mostly the medication, but it's the psychologist, therapists, you know, masters of social work that go into therapy, or people who go into clinical psychology that do the actual talk therapy. So Marlena does a lot of talk therapy for somebody that really mostly these days prescribes drugs. But still, I mean, I think that was a good first step for her to see Dr. Fuller, and that was great. But yeah, I didn't appreciate some of that dialogue either.
okay, I just want to move us along, so we're getting a little late. Alex, Joy, and Kelsey today's week. Yeah, Alex.
That's cute.
Yeah, Alex learned he needs, to cover his shoulder when he's burping a baby, so he figured that out.
Yeah.
And he graduated from YouTube University.
Yeah.
Because when he was she was asking about the diaper changes or something. I immediately thought, I hope he watched some YouTube videos, and then he said that
Yeah.
about being YouTube, graduating from quote unquote YouTube University. I thought that
Yeah. So, and honestly, too, I don't know if some women realize this or not. Men are really freaked out about changing diapers on a baby girl. I'm being dead serious. If it's a girl baby, they won't touch it. I mean, fathers, hopefully, you would hope it'd be different, but I'm being dead serious. They have issues with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They keep thinking they're going to do something inappropriate. It's like, no, you're just cleaning them up. It's,
It's okay.
yeah, it's okay. You're allowed to do that. So, but yeah, it was kind of nice to see them together and Stephanie not there.
yes.
Stephanie's been practically schizophrenic. Like even in one episode, she's hot and cold with Alex all the time. And it's a little concerning. I mean, I understand she's suffering from a lot of trauma too, with being kidnapped and all that. And then she kind of realized Jeremy wasn't being honest with her. And then she finds out, her husband has a baby with somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all been in 3.5 months. So it's understandable. But like, I can't figure out where she's coming from sometimes. 'Cause she's like,
And neither can Alex.
she's constantly pushing him away. And then by the end of the episode, she's kissing him and having sex with him. I'm like, you just pushed him away like 2
Yep.
seconds
It's
Yeah.
like,
ago.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I wonder if him being around Joy, can you kind of see the vibe of, boy, Joy is just so nice to be around, and she's not constantly being mercurial, I can see him kind of being like seeing the contrast, even though I know he loves Stephanie and all that. I could kind of see him because Joy was very self assured, but she was respectful. She wanted him to give it a try, but she was supportive, and she wasn't like a raving lunatic. So I kind of wonder if, I don't know, but I'm glad that he wanted to spend time with the baby and
yeah.
get to know her. And, he wants to be able to take care of her on his own and stuff. So, yeah, but it was cute. I liked it.
yeah, yeah, it was cute. And like, it was nice to have an episode without Stephanie involved.
Yes.
So, and then we had the whole Lexie,
Ugh.
yeah, Paulina stuff this week.
I'm sorry. I am not liking Lexie.
I do not like Lexie at
No,
all.
I can't even see her with Abe. To me, that those two just don't seem like they seem like they'd be oil and water. I don't know.
There's no chemistry at all, for sure. Yeah, I
I
don't.
mean, I used to like Lexie when she was a cop.
I loved Renee Jones, period. I thought,
Yeah.
yeah, she was, at one
Me
point, she was
too.
my favorite actress and character.
Yeah.
Lexie was a big freaking deal on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for
But
them, go ahead.
even before Renee Jones took over, I
Yeah,
liked Lexie in cop mode.
yeah. I kind of liked her in her later years when she was more of a, like, I loved the storyline that revealed that her aunt was really her mother,
Yeah.
and Stefano, is her father. I loved all that. I loved the whole baby switch with Hope. I loved those storylines, and yeah, I thought she was great. I always felt bad for Abe though, because man, she cheated on him all the damn time,
Every time.
and he always forgave her.
Yeah.
I
Forgot
just
about that.
rewatch. There's an anniversary of Theo being born was this week.
Wow.
Yeah, Theo's birthday. Yeah, well, it's May, so obviously a lot of soap babies were born. And there's Renee Jones, holding the baby in the hospital room, and there's Abe, and then there's Brandon Walker.
Okay.
Yeah, because didn't we think Brandon was the father at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Lexie and Brandon had gotten together. Oh, see, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch during that period, I guess. So I didn't see those storylines.
And they teased Lexie and Jonah too.
And Lexie cheated on him with Tech.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and the thing is too, and then Abe keeps forgetting Brandon's his son. I can't remember the last time Abe talked about Brandon. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was just so funny that Theo's birthday was this week, and there's a scene with Abe and Brandon thought that was his kid. So I did share that on Twitter if everybody wants to go through and find it. But yeah, I just thought that was so funny. Okay. Oh, so we had at the end, we had Marlena, and they were all discussing the 1 year anniversary of John's death. And she went to the gravesite, and she's talking to Belle and Brady about everything. And that's a hard anniversary for people to.
Yeah. And they were going to gonna go to dinner. Decided they were gonna go to dinner together. Well, that was nice. Nice. Yeah. Oh, and then Brady's trying to figure out what's going on with this chessboard, this chess kit, the chess. So there's something hidden in it, right? Or some sort of no?
And
I thought maybe there was some mystery to it. Now we know the pawn at one of the pawns is missing,
Yeah.
so of course that was John. So I find the missing pawn.
but it was funny though. Brady was trying to teach chess to Belle, wasn't she? And I'm like, really? Does she really not know anything about chess? I thought that was kind of odd.
When was that?
Wasn't that Friday?
Yeah.
Well, they set it. Maybe I missed something then, because I saw them set up the chessboard, and he's like, "Oh, we're missing one or something." But I didn't know he was. Maybe I missed part. I didn't know he was trying to teach.
Yeah, I thought he was
Whatever.
trying to teach her.
Maybe.
And then Foster asked Julie out on a date.
Yeah.
Yep. I like him.
Cute.
He's funny.
It's cute.
And she said yes. So hey.
Yeah. Poor thing with the Carvers. I love the scenes with Paulina and Theo.
Yep.
I thought those were really touching.
And then Theo asked Abe about taking down the Paulina pictures, and he's like, no, he didn't want to take them down. So yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah, very. When she walks in, she's gonna take him down.
Oh,
They're
oh
gonna
yeah.
end up in trash if he doesn't grab him and take him down. But then they were putting up some of her,
Yeah.
so
This is such a bad storyline.
I
You don't
hate it.
bring back such an important character with a recast and then have her in a tube for a couple months. And we already saw from the promo for next week, Rolf tells EJ that one of the rats they used that they used the same drug on the rats they did Lexie died. And we see Lexie kind of stumble a bit in the apartment. And it's like, and I don't want to spoil it for people that it's already out there.
Yeah.
Basically, this storyline was a humongous waste of time.
Mhm.
I don't.
It's not gonna end the way people think it. It's not gonna be. Yeah. Plus, she's totally like in league with EJ. Like she's BFFs with EJ. So
Yeah, and then we had Eli and Lonnie. Eli kind of surprised her and came home early, and Lonnie was talking to him
Yeah.
about everything that's going down and how bad things are really with Paulina and
And Chanel.
Chanel. Yeah. Honestly, I don't care about those two. I just
I
don't.
love them.
So, I mean, other than supporting Paulina, I don't really understand the point of having them on. They just don't really do it for me. Maybe they have something else going on besides just Paulina. So I guess we'll see.
well, and Chanel supporting
And
Chanel
Chanel,
too.
yeah.
But I mean, I like the mother. I mean, it makes it awkward though because like their mom is basically having to walk away from her husband Abe, but yet they're still tied to that family. So it's kind of hard. I don't know. It's awkward, but sounds like it might not take very long for this to. I hope this doesn't stretch out for months.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was nice too that Lonnie referred to Abe as her dad. Thought that was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awkward all over the place. All right. So I had a nominee for Diva of the Week. I was wondering if you guys thought of anybody.
I forgot to think about that.
I'm actually going with Lexie.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. She was really, I mean, she could have been like, Paulina's been so gracious. No, she was a bitch about her.
Yeah.
No,
Like, damn.
I agree.
Yeah, she was talking
I
a lot of
agree.
trash about Marlena.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, it didn't come off well.
I'm Team Paulina all the way.
Yep.
Now, if it was Renee Jones, I would probably be on Team Lexie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah. But
Yeah, and the spoilers next week, I honestly didn't find anything that interesting.
because this week was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they're discussing treatment options for Chanel. I saw that. Like I said about Lexie stumbling and EJ learning that the rat died. And we do have Kate coming on next week. She'll be on 2 episodes.
Finally. I didn't have anything to file for the
Yeah.
Kate report this week.
How about Tony? Any Tony?
I did not see anything about Tony.
There was one point where I thought, have they all forgotten when they were over at Brady's place? I got to thinking, have they all forgotten that Rachel's still at Bayview? And then fortunately, Marlena brought her up that she had seen her.
Yeah.
But it seems like everybody, it was Rachel, 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 everything for a while. And then I was like, nobody has mentioned Rachel all week, but she did.
Yeah, because they were talking about Brady and Kristen wanted to break it to her that Sophia was dead. We do it
Right.
together, and that's like, I know she's in Bayview, but yeah, you got to do that quick. You don't want her finding out from somebody else.
Oh, she's going to find out so easily.
Yeah, because I'm sure everybody there, at least the staff, is gossiping about what the hell happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and they did have an extended summer preview, so it does look like it's going to be a pretty good summer.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Good.
All right, ladies. So
Yeah.
once again, anybody missed our interview with Thaao, it's on our YouTube page, Diva of DOOL 541. And if you want to listen to the audio, it should be on any of your podcast channels that you listen to, Spotify or HeartRadio, whatever you listen to, it's on there, Apple, Amazon. So, but I suggest you watch the video though. That's to
Yeah.
me, I'd rather watch the video. But if you're constricted on time and listen to it while you're commuting or wherever, you could go ahead over on Spotify. It's there. So,
All right. Well,
anybody have anything else?
Nope. All good.
All right.
well, take care.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Bye.